putting North Dakota first. KX News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Brooke Williams.
And I'm Nicholas Pollack. Thank you for watching KX News.
North Dakota's legacy fund has been called the People's Fund. It's filled with our tax dollars, over $8 billion worth.
But those tax dollars are flowing into investments out of North Dakota and out of our country. It's governed by North Dakota's State Investment Board, or SIB, and advised by consultant firm Callan, which has no offices in North Dakota.
Through monthly taxes on the state's oil production and returns on investments, the Legacy Fund has been growing for more than 11 years, and taxpayers are weighing in. In a statewide survey conducted by WPA Intelligence, a leading national research firm, taxpayers by a 10-to-1 margin want a greater portion of the Legacy Fund invested in North Dakota.
And by an 8-to-1 margin, they want North Dakota advisors to decide on how to invest the money, not out of state or by Wall Street consultants. Overwhelming support by the legislature for a bill aimed at reinvesting in the state shows that most lawmakers agree North Dakota would be better served if more legacy fund monies were put to use in our own state for such things as economic development.
Josh Minnie has been investigating for the last several months, attempting to shed light on the power struggle that's ensued over the Legacy Fund. Josh?
That's right, Nicholas and Brooke. The public really matters here. Tonight's report explores to what degree is the will of the public and legislature being factored into how the fund is being invested. And if that's open to debate, then who's in control?
In July of 2020, Fargo Forum investigative reporter Patrick Springer published an article outlining legacy fund investments in questionable foreign entities. It got Fargo attorney Luke Heck's attention.
Then it prompted me to do a Freedom of Information Act request or open records request to the State Investment Board.
Heck got back a spreadsheet from the State Investment Board showing all of the Legacy Fund's investments from fiscal year 2019-2020.
At the pure volume and scope of the investments that we have out of state and out of country, and some of the shady locations that we are invested in businesses and governmental entities across the globe.
66 pages of fine print showing foreign investments spanning 89 countries. 37 different Chinese investments alone, most of which are linked to the Chinese Communist Party. One investment that stood out to Heck, a $12 million investment in Tencent, a Chinese social media app.
And what's relevant about that is that application was used or assisted in the Chinese government tracking the Uyghur Muslim ethnic minority population in China. And for those who aren't aware, the Uyghur population has been basically abducted and transported to concentration camps and are being housed and forced to hard labor. And so, in essence, the state's funds are getting used to invest in a company that's assisting the Chinese government, Chinese Communist government, in basically committing potential genocide.
In addition to China, the Legacy Fund is invested in Russia, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, and other government entities and companies on the Human Rights Watch list. Not only is much of the Legacy Fund principal invested out of our country's border, it's essentially invested everywhere but North Dakota. Just ask North Dakota Bankers Association President Rick Clayberg.
Literally billions of dollars that are invested, North Dakota dollars that are invested outside of the state of North Dakota. Why couldn't a portion of those dollars be put under management here in North Dakota with banks that have trust powers?
Clayberg has been working with legislators since 2012 to try to get some of the Legacy Fund monies managed by North Dakota banks with trust powers.
Our banks never really got the opportunity to ever put in a bid to manage any of the dollars. And that was one of the frustrations that we had. We really appreciate what the legislature did with the governor signing 1425.
In written testimony, Heck asked the State Investment Board to consider the benefits of investing the Legacy Fund's principal locally before investing out of state or out of country. Instead of considering the merits of investing in state, Heck wrote, quote, "The board has engaged 32 Wall Street money management firms to invest our principal anywhere but within North Dakota."
Back in the late summer of 2020, North Dakota insured Insurance Commissioner John Gottfried began publicly discussing his plan to reinvest 10% of the legacy fund back into the state. Gottfried took his proposal to the board. It didn't even get a vote. That's when Gottfried teamed up with Representative Mike Nathie to put his plan in the form of House Bill 1425. By shedding light on all of the foreign investments in the legacy fund, it got the legislature's attention. And then House Bill 1425 got overwhelming support. In the House, 85-8, and in the Senate, 47-0.
They saw the public support for the bill, they saw the support in the legislature for the bill, and they tried to get out ahead of this thing.
Here's the hitch. Representative Nathie says when House Bill 1425 was gaining momentum in the legislature, the State Investment Board established their own in-state investing program, knowing that the legislature had broad support for in-state investing.
These minutes and memos shows that during the legislative campaign for House Bill 1425, between late September and late October, the State Investment Board created their own in-state investing program. The State Investment Board asked out-of-state investment firm Callan to search for money managers for the in-state investment program ahead of House Bill 1425. Callan brought 4 firms forward, none from inside the state, and the State Investment Board picked Chicago firm 50 South Capital, once again frustrating in-state banks.
The actions that were taken by the advisory board and by Rio and those involved as far as naming Callan and 50 South, you're right, they were trying to get ahead of the game. So they came up with their own in-state investment program, all while this bill is going through the legislative process.
Sunday on KX News at 10, for the next segment, we will look deeper into the power struggle surrounding North Dakota's legacy fund.
And again, the banking industry is frustrated, private industry is frustrated, investors out there that are frustrated that nothing is happening. And it's a feeling that we all feel right now.
Did the State Investment Board make any changes to the legacy fund's foreign investments after so much attention and controversy was stirred up last year to help support the passage of House Bill 1425? We'll show you Sunday on KX News at 10.
Thank you, Josh. We did reach out to Callan for comment on this story. They responded with a letter, but requested KX News keep all its content confidential.